Alright, Integrated Math 3, this is just a supplementary video, an additional video. I did not do problem 6 on the test review video, so I'm going to do that for you now. I did do it in class yesterday, but let me go ahead and do that now. Okay, so you have a tangent of theta. It's a little bit of a tricky problem. Just follow this carefully, and it's not too bad once you understand how it's worked. So you have a tangent of -3/4. Okay, so that means, tangent means that the opposite over the hypotenuse is going to be 3. Now you can't say it's -3, and the adjacent over the hypotenuse is 4. I'll tell you why you can't say that's -3 right now, because the way they wrote this problem is really not good. Okay, so cosecant. So first of all, it says cosecant of theta is greater than 0. That means it's a positive number. So go to your sheet, and it says that a cosecant, you have to print out the reference sheets from the last assignment. And so the cosecant from assignment 5.05, 5.06. So the cosecant is 1 over the sine. So what it's saying is that 1 over the sine is greater than 0. What that means is that sine, whatever the sine is, of theta is positive. It's a positive number. Now when you write a tangent, it's sine over cosine. Sine is on top, cosine's on bottom, but this seems to say that the sine is a negative number. You really can't say that. They should have written this like this. They should have written the negative sign in between the two of them, not right but next to the 3. That makes it seem like the 3 is negative. It's not. So the 3 is positive, that's the sine, and the 4 is got to be the negative one because that's the cosine. Alright, so in order to do this, we're going to draw a triangle. I'll do it over here. That has a sine of 3 and a cosine of -4, since we now know which is which one has the positive, which one has the negative. So let's say this is our origin, and let me just draw a kind of a sketch a circle around it. Okay, so that dot is not really in the middle. Let me put it in the middle. So it's right there. So what it's saying is that the cosine is -4. That means you're going to go backwards 4. Let's say to about right here, and the sine is +3. That means you're going to go up 3. And then there's the hypotenuse right down. Now this is not a unit circle. Didn't say it's a unit circle. It's not a unit circle. So this side is 3, and this side is -4. So to get to this point right here, whatever that angle is, whatever this angle theta is, you go back 4 and up 3. All right. So what is this hypotenuse? Well, it's going to be 3 squared plus -4 squared, with the -4 in parentheses, equals the hypotenuse squared. Okay, so the hypotenuse squared is 9, and -4 squared is 16, so that equals 25. So hypotenuse squared is 25, so hypotenuse is the square root of 25. Let's go ahead and write this. So that means the hypotenuse equals 5. And I'm sorry, I'm off screen. Let me get back there. Hypotenuse equals 5. Okay, so that means this equals 5 right here. So now you can figure out what your sine actually is. It's not 3, it's 3 over 5. It's opposite. If this is our angle theta, this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side, right here. So the opposite, the sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So sine is, I'll write it down here, opposite over hypotenuse, which equals, in this case, 3 over 5. And that's all you have to do. That's the answer. You don't have to compute 3 divided by 5 on your calculator. So this is the answer for sine. The cosine is adjacent. Again, you get this off of your reference sheets on the beginning of all the assignments, over hypotenuse, and that equals -4 over 5. So that's the answer for that. And that's how you do that problem, okay? So again, what you had to do is you had to determine which of these two numbers was positive and negative. If the cosecant, which is 1 over sine, is the positive, that means the sine is positive. The sine has to be positive. Sine is the number on top, cosine's the number on bottom, so they faked you out here by putting the negative sign there. It really should be down there, but really you should do it like this, put it in the middle. So that's the sine. It's not the sine, it's the opposite part of the sine. That's the adjacent part of the sine, the -4. You figure out what the hypotenuse is using the Pythagorean theorem, and then you simply say opposite over hypotenuse is the sine, adjacent over hypotenuse is the cosine, and that is the answer to that problem. Okay, so that wraps up. So now you have all of the answers to the test review, and good luck, and I'll be online Saturday at 10 o'clock. Okay, have a good day.